Shalom, and welcome back to Thoughts on Life, Thoughts on the Parsha, and Lessons from Hanukkah. This time of the year, many people are in the habit of giving gifts. It's a wonderful thing. You share gifts with friends, with family, and of course, it brings happiness both to the recipient and to the giver. You feel good to give a friend a gift. You feel good to receive a gift from a loved one. However, it's important for us not to lose sight, not to forget what really the definition of gift giving really means. You see, one of the great halachic authorities, one of the great Jewish thinkers, the Rambam, Maimonides, he writes in the laws of the observance of the festivals that, of course, one has to observe a festival, any festival, by sharing time with family, celebrating through the feasts that we have, giving gifts to one another. But then he concludes with the most important objective of any festival, of any celebration. And that is that he says, while somebody is feasting and sharing gifts with their friends and family, they should not forget the downtrodden. They should not forget the destitute. They should not forget the ones that really need it. And downtrodden and destitute doesn't necessarily only or exclusively mean those who don't have the monetary means. Sometimes it could just mean somebody that doesn't have that many friends, somebody who's lonely, not to forget them. Because if one does forget them, then what happens is one is just, as he puts it, one is just merely filling their own belly with food, filling their own needs with the so-called festive observance, but it's not really a festive observance, because ultimately every festival, every celebration goes back to a miraculous event, goes back to a point which of course begins with the Almighty, Hashem himself, God himself. Thus, what really matters, says Maimonides, is that one be sure to cheer up the hearts, the souls of those destitute, of those downtrodden, of those unfortunate or less fortunate than one himself. This is the ultimate. And if you think about it, when you give a gift to a friend, ultimately, you're not just satisfying your friend or your relative, you're really satisfying yourself, because this is you that is going to benefit from it. You're showing your appreciation for the benefit you have of their friendship, of their camaraderie, of their, closeness to you. And then, of course, even though that's not your intention overtly, but in the subconscious, you're going to continue to receive from them this benefit as a result of your gift giving to them. But imagine you give it to the poor, to the lonely, to the destitute, to the downtrodden. There, you may not even know the person. And there you have no expectation of receiving anything in return. That is the ultimate gift giving. That is what we should be focused on at this time of the year.